Hello guys, and today it isn't an episode of MDM today, but I've been wanting to count up how many lines each character has in season 1 of MDM. So I did that, and I'm gonna share what I have with you. I'm gonna share how many lines each contestant had, and then first a couple of little tidbits that I found throughout season 1. About like the voice lines and speech and stuff. And there's some interesting stuff I gotta say. But yeah. So first, I know this isn't like for right now, but the lines. When I talk about the lines, like if Wolf talks and he's like, "Hey dog, so and then he stops and then continues to talk, and then dog talks. Both of them have one line. I didn't count like sentences as lines. I was gonna do that, but that would get absolutely like crazy. I might do that later, but yeah, that's how I counted up the lines, and some of them might have been off by a couple, and if you guys want to count, I mean, whatever. So let's get into it. I actually called Hippie Bear Peace Bear when I was introducing the cast. I don't know why. Peace Bear just sounds a lot stupider than Hippie Bear. So, I don't know why I did, but either way. Hippie Bear was also the first contestant to talk, but also the first one to get eliminated. So that was kind of funny. And, Croc, Snake, and Hippie Bear all had the most number of lines in episode 1, being 8. So, yeah, Hippie Bear was doing good until she got eliminated. And, Croc was the first contestant to reach 10 lines, which he did in episode 2. Sorry, I'm like reading off of a thing. You know, yeah, I have a script for once, you guys. Yeah, I'm getting high tech. Ostrich, though, only got one line in episode 1, being the line like when I introduced him, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna win," or something like that. Ostrich gained most of his lines, before he got eliminated. He gained most of his lines during his elimination. Because he only got one, and then he gained like a couple more the episode, and then he gained a ton when he was getting eliminated. Croc was also the first contestant to reach 20 lines in episode 3, and Frog was the first contestant other than Croc to have the most lines, of which he surpassed Croc in episode 3. Snake was the first contestant to be eliminated with over 20 lines. So, yeah. This is kind of like how I do these is like when I watch the episodes, write something down in the episode. So this one is kind of just thrown in there because it happened twice and I thought it was kind of funny. Or actually, no, it happened a bunch of times. So I'm like, let's write that down. But Catfish was actually referred to as a he, like a male, until season 2. So, Catfish is technically transgender, if you really want to think about it. But she's not. I just messed up and changed her gender later in season 2. Frog was the first contestant to reach 30 lines. So, yeah, Croc's streak was broken in episode 4. And he was also the first one to reach 40 lines, of which he did in episode 6. Another little thrown in thing right there for Tyrant's elimination. But Tyrant is probably one of the voices that I had the most trouble with. Like, I don't know why. but I kept messing it up and like giving him. He had like 10 different voices. Like they were similar in some way, but they were still pretty messed up. And Frog once again was the first contestant, but this time to reach 50 lines in episode 7. And another little tidbit thrown in here about Catfish was I accidentally called Catfish Cattail 2 times. I caught it both times, but yeah, I called her Cattail twice. Croc, this one's really funny. Croc was the first contestant to reach 60 lines in episode 8. Like literally just barely though, because right when he got to 60, Frog had 59, and in the next 2 seconds, Frog had his 60th line. So that's kind of funny. When Frog got eliminated in episode 9, he had a total of 64 lines. I'm pretty sure that was the most at that point. Actually, yeah, he had the most at that point. In episode 7, not episode 9. I think I said episode 9. Whatever. Wait, no. No, it is episode 9. My bad. It's all the same font and it's messing me up. And I called Chameleon Sherbert in episode 9 because that is what I called her outside of MDM at the time. But now she's just Chameleon because that's MDM is basically her life now. And Croc was the first contestant to reach 70 lines in episode 9, and he did so literally right before he got eliminated because he had 69, and right when he got eliminated, he's like, Croc, okay, you're out, buddy. Oh no, I'm out. And there he goes. He got 70. It's okay, Croc. It was funny. Not gonna lie. My sense of humor is so. My sense of humor is so cracked up. When the finale started, like at the beginning of episode 10, Wolf had the third most lines at 61. Dog had the fourth most at 46, and of course, Catfish wasn't last with 0 because it's Catfish. But I thought that was funny because Dog was really lagging behind, and at one point was behind Tyrant. Like before Tyrant got eliminated, he was behind Tyrant. So I thought that was funny. Most of the time, when me as the host character talked to Catfish directly, like when they had to vote off a player, I'm like, Catfish, who do you vote? I would always get angry after about 2 seconds, be like, I don't even know why I bother with you. And most of the time, when Catfish is just being like, thrown around or dropped like that or whatever, it was just me basically. I don't know why I did it like that, but it was basically me showing that I was mad at Catfish for not talking. So that's kind of fun. At the beginning of the finale, I said that it was going to be a final 3 finale, and then one person was going to win, and the finale's over. But the finale, if it was like that, it would have only taken like 3-4 minutes. So I changed it to a final 2 when Wolf got up there, and that's why Wolf is not the season 1 winner, or else he would have won. And next thing, where is it? Wolf was the first contestant who wasn't Frog or Croc to get one of the 10 line milestones, because he reached 80 lines in episode 10 and so he finally beat out those 2. Then one of those 2 didn't get the milestone for once. Chameleon. This is kind of funny because I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I'm gonna tell you why it's funny. But Chameleon actually has one line in season 1, and that's in episode 10 when she's on the chair with Ostrich and she goes, you know, to like yell at Wolf because Wolf was like, get out of the way, or something like that. So she hisses, and I just decided to count that as a line because in season 2 she hisses to talk. And the funny part is, I'm pretty sure I totally forgot that she hissed in episode 10 and just decided, I was like, in season 2, let's do something with Chameleon. Let's have her at least make some noise. So she decided, so I made her hiss. I'm pretty sure I totally forgot that she hissed in season 1. Not even gonna lie. So that's kind of funny. Dog, like Tyra, went through a lot of voice change in season 1, but his was mostly just like in one go, because at first he was like really cocky and kind of a dirtbag. I know that's more personality than voice, but his voice was also a lot deeper. And yeah, and then we got Dog, the dog we now know and love, and is our season 1 winner. And I'm pretty sure that he would not have won if it wasn't for the personality change, not gonna lie. Because, you know, he was like a jerk at first. Just like, kill all. Basically like his whole team. So, give me a second and I will pull up how many, like, lines each person had. Okay, I have it right here. And I'm gonna go through from the least lines to the most lines. It's actually kind of funny. But, of course, Catfish and Sloth both had 0 lines throughout season 1, which is obvious. They still have 0 lines. Chameleon, like I said, has 1 line from that hiss. Ostrich got 19 lines and was the only contestant who talked through the whole season. Like these 3, they didn't talk until the end, but that was, I'm pretty sure, more of an accident for Chameleon's line. And so he was one of the people who was talking through the whole season, but only got 19 lines. He was the only one who got less than 20. So that's kind of funny because, I mean, it's Ostrich. Then we had Hippie Bear, who somehow had more than Ostrich with 21, even though she got eliminated first. We have Tyra, who had 35, and like I said, at one point, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he was in front of Dog before he got eliminated, and then Dog was starting to shoot up. So he had 35 lines before he got eliminated, because he was a talker. Caterpillar had 40 lines. She had like 30-something lines before she got eliminated, because, you know, her team was her, Frog, move these guys out of the way. It was her, Frog, Chameleon, Catfish, and Sloth. So these 3 did not talk at all. Oh wait, and Hippie Bear, but Hippie Bear was like instantly out. But so it was just those 5, and since those 3 didn't talk, these 3. Sorry, I thought I heard something. These 2 got all the lines basically for their team. So that's why Frog has an enormously high number of lines for him. And that's why Caterpillar has 40. Because their team did not talk at all. Snake is the next with 43. And as I said, she was like shooting up in the first 2 episodes. And then she just kind of stopped talking. And then she got eliminated. So, yeah. Frog, as I said, he got a lot. And so Snake got 43. What's going to be next? Like 50, 55? No. He got 70. 70 lines. I did not expect this, like any of these numbers, to be more than about 60 max. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, we had Frog. He got 70 lines. Mostly because he was the only talker on his team. So yeah. Then these three. Next is Croc with only 77 lines. Because him and Frog were like fighting the whole season, and Frog, after he beat Croc the one time, he was basically zooming until he got eliminated, and then he just lost the title of most. And then this is actually really funny too, or at least if you have a crappy sense of humor like I do. But the difference between their number of lines was one line. Dog had 88 lines. I don't even know the hell how. And Wolf had 87 lines. And the thing that makes this funnier than it already is that Dog basically doubled his lines. One, he doubled his lines in the finale alone. Doubled them. How? Basically, it was just because, you know, them two were going back and forth. But, so Dog doubled his lines. He about, like, 1.5, I think, times his original lines before that. But either way. So, the line that made Dog have one more than Wolf is at the end when... I think, if I remember this correctly, but I mean, my memory is absolutely horrible. But the line that said, like, Dog won more than Wolf was when he, at the end, he goes, wow. So, that's kind of funny. But that's all I have for you. Wait. No, I got one more thing that's just a little something. So, I have the order of when each contestant was introduced, and basically when they talked, unless they're Catfish, Sloth, or Chameleon. But I mean, we're still gonna put him on this list. But there he is. She is. I'm still calling Catfish a he. But the order they were introduced, and like the order they talked, unless they didn't talk, was Hippie Bear was first, and first eliminated. Frog, then Tyrant, Dog, Catfish, Caterpillar, Chameleon, Ostrich, then Snake, then Croc, then Wolf, and finally Sloth. So that's all I have for you guys, and hope this was cool for you. And I'm gonna do one for sure for season 2 at some point when I have time, probably when I have my Christmas break. And if you want me to do any other different like line things with season 1 or season 2, or I mean, I guess season 3, but I probably won't send out that until I finish season 3. But yeah, if you want me to do something special with one of the seasons, like maybe you want every time Snake, or how many times Snake, like, hey guys, you know, like hissed like that, sure. Or like every time Hippie Bear said like, or some, or like peace, yeah. And or like every time she said peace and stuff, because she said that I think at least 5 times, or you know, something like that. Or each their or maybe the amount of lines they got in each episode. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'm gonna do one for Battle for the Mushroom Kingdom as well at some point, but that is a lot longer than MDM, so I will also probably do that over break. But hope you guys like this, and see you all next time for, I don't know, whenever the next episode comes out.